What's going on, everybody, and welcome to Let's Talk Money. I'm Nikolay Timoshchuk Jr. and today is actually a quite interesting conversation, and the topic is the disconnect from money. How do we get into that point of our lives? How do we disconnect from money emotionally, spiritually, physically, mentally? How do we get away from that feeling of I need it, I need it, I need it? Life presents situations, responsibilities, the way you can live. Is life good or not? Can you get food? You need money for that kind of stuff, correct? Absolutely. That's not what I'm talking about here. What I'm talking about is the desire for more, the desire to just want money, the desire to want to flex with your cash, and the desire to want to just have so much that it literally takes over your life. So this conversation is about the disconnection from money. How do you disconnect from money? I got a few things that I want to talk about that I think are pretty important when you're talking about why money even matters to you. You'll have a lot of people like Grant Cardone talking about, if money's not important, then, give it all away and let me know how that feels because, money buys you the thing that makes you happy. And then you got people like Gary Vee that say, F money, it doesn't matter. You got people like Dave Ramsey that says you only need enough money. And what's right? Should we have money and turn it into debt to make more money, to keep rolling money? Do you, just say screw everything and you don't even care about money? Do you just live in a little tent outside your, wherever that is? What do we do? Where's that line? Where's that fine line of understanding, what does money even mean? How much do I need? And what's it about? Well, this video is exactly that. That's what I'm going to talk about. So let's jump right into this and get to the bottom of all this. So the first thing that I want to talk about is the power that money has to drive you to do things that you don't actually want to do. Okay, so let's talk about going to your job. Let's say, 100% of you do love your job. Let's go from there. Let's say 100% of you love your job and you absolutely love going into work. You know that you're going to get a paycheck every week and your life is perfect. You're set because you're able to, provide for your family. You're able to do what you want to do. You're able to enjoy yourself. You're able to just, have a good life because you make money doing what you love to do. Now, let's talk about the people that do not enjoy their lives. The people watching this video that are sitting there going, wow, I really hate my job. I hate going to work every single day. I can't wait for the weekend. Sometimes I have to work on the weekend and I absolutely hate it. What about those people, okay? So now the money that you need is driving you to do what you don't love to do. So money has power, okay? So money has the power to make you do what you don't want to do because you have to pay for the light bill. You have to pay for food. You have to take care of your family, your kids, your wife, your husband, whatever that you have. And all of a sudden, you're not happy anymore because you're doing something that you don't enjoy doing for, that monetary value of whatever they think you're worth. Let's say it's, $30, $40, $50,000 a year. Let's say it's $100,000 a year. Let's say it's $1 million a year and you're in a crazy CEO position or whatever that may be. However, we do things that we don't love to do. We don't want to do them, but we need it because of the money. So money has the power to make you do things you don't want to do, which is kind of crazy because, imagine if you just had enough and you were doing what you love to do, but you didn't need the abundance of money. But I'm going to get into more of that stuff as we continue talking. So let's keep moving. Now, as I'm talking about money and all these different things, I will have to go ahead and ask you to go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that bell and turn on your post notifications. Hit that like button, that share button, and drop a comment below so we can keep reaching people and growing this channel all around the world. All right, let's get back to what we're actually talking about. So the second thing I want to talk about, it's more of a question, is when is enough enough? When is enough money a good amount of money? Why are we still chasing? Why are we still doing things we don't love doing? Have you not got to that point of enough is enough? Do you still need more money? Or do you still want more money? What is the correct thing there? So we're in a place where we live, let's say you live in America and everything is money driven, whether it's you're watching TV, social media, whether you're out with your friends or family, everything is money driven. In order to have fun, in order to enjoy yourself, you need all this money so you can buy all this stuff, so you can feel happy and do all these things. Well, when is enough enough? When do you go, okay, I'm content with the amount of money I make. I'm content with the amount of money I have, and I'm able to enjoy myself. I'm able to enjoy relationships. I'm able to enjoy experiences. And I quite frankly need more as I, continue living, because you can't just, have the money and then it runs out and you just keep finding more. So you got to keep working. But when is enough enough? Do you work 100,000 hours a week because you just need all the money in the world, and you don't sleep, and you barely eat, and you do all these things, and you take your health for granted and yourself for granted because you're chasing this money so bad because you want to prove a point to somebody. When is enough enough? Do you find that place of peace when you have enough? Do you have enough when everybody in your family has food throughout the week, has clothes, and you have a house, and you're able to go on a trip once a year? That's a question that you have to ask yourself, because you're the only one, whoever's watching this, and myself too, you're the only person that can dictate when enough is enough, because you will drive yourself crazy if you continue to just chase, because once you reach that goal that you think was going to make you feel like enough, you're going to go chase the next goal, because that's not enough, and then that's not enough, and it never ends. Now, the third thing that I want to talk about is, once you're able to realize that you have enough money, then your life is actually in a good position of living. So what that means is, once you reach that point of, let's say, financial freedom, let's say for you, it's making just enough to pay the bills, you have food all week or month, whatever it is, go on some trips and do things like that kind of stuff I talked about in the last thing. But once you reach that place of, I have enough to actually enjoy my life, and that means I don't have to save $100,000 a year or $20,000 a year and just have money sitting in my bank account, then life all of a sudden starts to feel better. I always tell people, when I started traveling the world, when I was doing these things, I was like, I had enough money. I had enough money to do what I wanted to do. I had my house back home. I had it, on Airbnb. I was making money off of that. I was living the life that I wanted to live. And you could have gave me $1 million that day, and my bank account changing by $1 million wouldn't have made my life any better. I was already doing what I wanted to do. I was traveling the world. I was enjoying different cultures. I was doing what my heart desired, and I was enjoying myself. But if you would have threw $1 million cash into my bank account and I had it the next day, my life wouldn't have changed any. There's nothing I could have done with that money that would have made me do something else. So I found a way to do what I actually wanted to do, what I felt like my heart wanted to do, and I enjoyed it. And you don't need billions of dollars to do the things that you think you want to do. If you want to travel the world, all you got to do is save up, $10,000 or $15,000, and you can go bounce from country to country for a couple months. You don't have to do it for the next 20 years where you need, $50,000 just to get started, and then you got to make all this money in the meantime. You can just get started with a little bit. What people don't realize is, you don't need millions of dollars to do what you love. You just got to go do what you love with enough money, and stop worrying about, if so-and-so cares that you have $1 million or you're considered a millionaire or whatever the case may be. Now, the fourth thing that I want to talk about is probably one of the hardest things to do, and it's disconnecting emotionally from money. So from a young age, we're taught that you need all this money, you need this, you need that, you need. Well, in most cases, it's a want, it's not a need. But when you're taught that you need all this money in order to feel happy, in order to feel like you're somebody, in order to feel like you have power, you can do this for, you snap your fingers and you're going to have that car, this house or whatever. I'm not disagreeing with any of those things. Money does provide all that. But once you can disconnect emotionally, like, oh my gosh, if I don't have this amount of money, then my life just sucks and I'm not this and I'm not successful. To me, and this goes into a whole different conversation, success is not that. Success is when you live a life that makes you happy. What I was talking about in the last thing, when you have enough money to do what you actually want to do, and actually can do that without being a millionaire, what's the difference? Having that money in your bank account, saying to your buddies, hey, I'm a millionaire, that actually, it doesn't change anything. Your buddy still goes to work and hangs out with his family, and then you still go do what you do, and no one cares after you make that statement. So, being able to disconnect emotionally, at the end of the day, if you can make your money, make enough, make an adequate amount, you got enough. You have what you need. You just want more because that's what society teaches us to do. And then people get so emotionally attached to that, money amount, that figure amount, that all of a sudden your whole world revolves around it. But if you disattach emotionally, all you see money as is a number. It's a number that gets you what you want the next day or the next day or the next day. So, and that's the way I view it. My bank account or whatever it is, it's just a number. It doesn't make me feel one way. It doesn't make me do anything different. I'm still doing what I love to do in the meantime while making more, losing some here, buying this, doing that. money's there, but it's not the end of the world. Now, the fifth and final thing that I want to talk about is that money can provide security in life, or it can absolutely destroy you. It's all about the importance you place on it. So if money is your idol, if money is everything you look forward to, then I think money will destroy you. You know, if you are so fixated and focused on money being the most important thing ever, then you're going to be just in a world of hurt. It's just not going to end well. When all you're chasing is the money, you forget everything that matters, the things you're passionate about, the purpose you had in life, you know, the things you dreamed of doing, you know, for just as being a child, just enjoying certain things just because they were fun. You start forgetting all that stuff once it becomes only about money. So if you truly chase your passion, if you chase the things that you actually love, that you want to pursue, that you're passionate about, that you have, you know, this feeling of like, man, I could help, you know, change the world, or this cool invention or whatever it is, then you actually have drive and you actually want to do things, not just because of the money, not because of the finances coming into your bank account, but you're enjoying yourself. Life is good, you know. You're not sitting there going, oh, well, I have to buy a car to feel happy. I have to buy a house, or, you know, I have to go to a different country to feel happy. You'll feel happy doing what you do on a regular basis without having to have $1 million in your bank account. So be careful. You know, it can destroy you, or you can provide you the security that you need to enjoy your life, to have everything that you absolutely want and need from, you know, like normal living stuff. But just be careful, you know, don't fixate your eyes so much on money that it absolutely destroys you. Now, this brings this video to a close, and I hope you enjoyed it, because I think money is a very important topic, and I think people place money so high in this world that it actually destroys them, and it doesn't have to. It's very easy to get corrupted by money, the love of money, and all that stuff. It's okay to have money. It's okay to earn tons of money, but just be careful on the importance that you place on money, because it can and it will destroy you. It happens all the time. People take their own lives. People go crazy about money. You know, people's entire lives change because they feel like they don't have what they always wanted because of money. So just be careful. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me. Hit that bell, turn on your post notifications, hit that like button, that share button, and drop a comment below, because I want to know what your thoughts are about money and all these different things. And let me know what y'all actually want to hear about in upcoming videos. Well, without further ado, I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.